And I'm so excited because I'm going to show you a whole bunch of drums today. So many, because today we are talking about multi-drum sets in the hand drum family. Yesterday, or on lesson 7, we talked about the conga. And we had conga drums and we were doing some conga things and learning some of the conga rhythms and the conga strokes. Today we're just going to talk about multiple drums. And we're going to learn only one rhythm for multiple drums. But first I want to talk about all the different drums. Now the drums I have in front of me right now are African congas. They're made of wood, they're tightened with rope, they have animal hide on top. These congas have water buffalo skin. It's a really thick skin. And it makes a nice deep round sound. And so I've got 3. Like I was talking about in the last lesson, they're all called congas together, but when you talk about them separately, this middle one is the conga. The small one is the quinto, and the large one is the tumba. Okay, but all together they're congas. Now I've seen conga players with as many as 5 different sized drums, all spread around them so they can move their hands around. I only have 3, but these are my congas, okay, African congas. Now we're going to move over to another set of 3 African drums. Let me move the camera. Here they are right here, okay? These drums are called Dune Dunes. And they also have 3 separate names, but I can't remember what they are. I'll tell it to you on the next lesson. I gotta look it up. Now, Dune Dunes are an African bass drum, really low, lower than that lowest conga. And they are some of the only African drums that it's allowed to play with sticks. Now, these sticks look a lot different than regular drumsticks. If you take a look at them, we'll go up close. They're skinny on the bottom and big on the top. You hit with the big part, okay? And they're nice and long. Look, they're as long as, even longer than from the tip of my finger to the elbow. So they're pretty long sticks, okay? And you just play them regular. They're pretty fun. You can even do some rolls and stuff. Okay? So they're played with sticks. But you can also, and I see them many, many, many times, being played djembe style, where you sit down, you pull it up, and you lean it forward. Play the Dune Dunes sitting down, djembe style. You can even just play one at a time. Don't have to do all 3. Many times I take this small one with me to schools and have one of the students just play a single Dune Dune. Okay, so Dune Dunes. Now we're going to move the camera again. Told you I had lots of drums. Now those 2 that are right there, you remember these are the American version of the conga, okay? And we played those in lesson 7. Now I'm going to move to another American version of drum. These right here are an American version of drum called tubanos. Now the tubano pretty much has to be played sitting down because they're short. You know, they come up only to here. If I was playing them standing up, I'd be bent over and my back would hurt. So I have to play on my drum chair back here. 3 drums. Also, they use the same drum names as the Dune Dunes, and I still can't remember the name of them, so I'm going to have to look it up. Okay, and we've got a high, medium, and a low. these are tubanos. Now, I like the tubanos. They're a good drum. They're American made, so they're made out of fiberglass, and they have bolt tightening. And they've also got the new skin, the Remo new skin on it, which is basically plastic with some fiber mixed into the plastic. And they play all right, but I'm not really happy with them as much as I am with my African drums, because the African drums have all three of the sounds. They've got the bass and the tone and the slap. I don't like the slap on the tubano. Maybe on the little one. A little better, but I don't like the slap so much on the tubano. So I use these mostly for playing without using slaps. Now, the last set was one we also talked about in lesson 7. Those are the bongos, okay? Bongos come in 2s or 3s or 4s. I've seen all different sets of them. Now, bongos are mostly played with your fingertips, not so much whole hands. If you put your whole hand on it, it's more of a thud. If you use your fingertips, okay? So, those are the bongos. Now today, we are going to go over here back to the African congas to learn our rhythm. Okay? Now this rhythm is fairly simple. We're going to learn it just by saying what we're playing. Okay? And I'm going to play basically with 2 drums, but you can't play them with 3. And what we're going to say is bass, tone, 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 bass, bass, tone, tone, tone. Okay, say it with me over and over. Bass, tone, 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 bass, 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 bass, tone, tone, tone. There's only one place where you have one bass by itself, and that's the very first one. It goes bass. Every time after that, it's bass, bass, but those basses change drums. So it goes like this. Bass, tone, 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 bass, 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 bass. Now, if you don't have two different drums at home, just find 2 different sizes of buckets or 2 different sizes of garbage cans or boxes, anything that you can find that have 2 different sounds. Put them next to each other and play it this way. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do some practicing. I'm going to move the camera just a little so you're just looking at the 2 drums that we're going to be playing. Okay. And here we go. It goes bass, tone, 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 bass, 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 tone, tone, tone. Got it? Okay, now we're going to flip the camera and try it with 3 drums. Okay, and we're just going to go from one drum to the next, starting with the top, the high drum, and moving down. So we go bass, 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 Isn't that fun? And you just keep going back and forth and back and forth. And you don't just have to go up and down. You can go bass. You can go all over the place with this. This is such a fun rhythm, okay? And it's so super simple. I also want you to see how it's done on the Dune Dune with sticks. It's so much fun to play with the sticks. And it's the same rhythm, but with sticks. So we go. There you go. Okay, so that's our lesson for today. This is lesson 8, multi-hand drum sets and playing from one drum to the next. Practice this rhythm over and over. Go back and forth through the video all that you want until you feel like you've got it. I'll see you next time for lesson number 9.